Hey Libra, what is up? My name is Katie. Welcome to the channel, and this is your 4-month reading. So I'm going to start the reading off by finding a theme for each of the months. So what does Libra need to know for the month of September? Awesome. Okay, so starting out in September, you have, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. I feel like you're definitely in this state of gratitude and appreciation, and really, I feel like you're very spiritually aligned. Like you feel very spiritually aligned right now in the month of September. All right, let's grab a tarot for September in Libra. The Lovers in reverse. I feel like this is contradictory of the first card because I feel like this isn't with someone else. I feel like it's with you. I feel like something's going to be happening in September that makes your faith kind of waver a little bit. Feeling kind of like mid-month. That's interesting. Okay, yes. I feel like this is happening because there's a transformation. You're like on the cusp of a transformation, and so you need to go through this. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's find some rose cards to kind of clarify for Libra in the month of September. Oh, I don't know why I pulled out 3, but it did. Okay, so I think it's so funny when cards fall out and I'm like, what? And then it all kind of makes sense. Okay, so you have the return. A new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. And I feel like that's why you're having this like disconnection, this lack of accountability, and detachment from source in a way because something new is coming in. Okay, let's just keep going. The bud, potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. So I feel like, ooh, okay, you're in this really good vibe, right? The beginning of September. And then towards the middle, something happens that you start to lose faith and like, you're just feeling disconnected from source, okay? But then this bud comes in and it's this reminder that you need to keep going. Whatever you were doing before, the foundational work of your spirituality, like the foundation of what keeps you in spiritual alignment, you need to keep the foundation, but tweak it a little bit. Because for some of you, it's feeling like this mundane energy and you're wanting to level up. That's why there's that disconnection, because you've gotten to this place where you feel like you've plateaued and you don't want to plateau, you want to keep moving, okay? There's definitely, so you have plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, grounded action. So I feel like during the month of September, when you start to feel that plateau happening, really focus on your grounding. Again, I just talked about like the foundational things of your spirituality. Those foundational things, anything that's rooted in a grounding habit or a grounding type energy, I feel like that's very much so a focus for you in the month of September, okay? Anything that's helping you feel rooted and grounded. That's probably because with the Lovers card in reverse, even though I feel like it's the duality of you, because there's that disconnection, the connection will be formed again when you do grounding, or you're not going to feel as disconnected when you do your grounding habits, okay? Oh, that's making sense. Okay, so let's do some shaman cards. Sorry, I got really like excited and talked fast and I felt like I needed to kind of, gotta just slow this energy down a bit. Okay, so what does Libra need to know for the month of September? Love that card for you, especially with you feeling plateaued. Yes. Okay. I'm digging this. You got a lot of green. Again, earth energy, right? also heart chakra. Keep that in mind. Okay, so the first card that fell out is, what's this one called? Unmarked Trail. This is all about having a revelation. So I feel like you're this middle stone, and these are like your spiritual practices that are help grounding you. These are your foundational spiritual practices that help you feel more ascending. I think that makes sense to you, but make you feel more ascended. And you are kind of stuck in the middle right now. And I think that's kind of that plateau. Definitely when you are doing more of the grounding, that is when the revelation is going to come. That's what this card is revelation. So I feel like, do you see the light that comes through? That's the revelation. When you have that aha moment, it's like projecting through and making it so that this perfect little balanced rock tower, it's not going to come down, it's going to shift. Okay, I feel like it's going to shift up and down, and it's going to enhance, which is what you want because you're tired of feeling like you're stuck, right? There's also, when that revelation happens, it's a chance for a new beginning. I feel like in the month of September, you really are being called to, I've said this before, but reevaluate your spiritual practices and discover how you enhance them, change them to suit who you are now and the spiritual being that you are now, okay? And it's such a beautiful thing. One thing to keep in mind is to be fluid and mutable with this experience. Try not to get rigid with it and demanding of it. Just be fluid with what comes to you, the experiences that you're having, the mindset, the ideas. Be fluid with that and ask yourself how those things relate to your spirituality and your spiritual practices and habits. Okay. Good news, little Libras. When you go through this towards the end of the month, there's definitely going to be an ascension where you have an experience where you feel like you are super connected with Source. You can feel Source in your body. You can feel it pouring down on you from the heavens, and it motivates you so much that you're on top of the world. Like you're feeling that way, like you're just on top of the world. You're unstoppable. And that is because you are in alignment, because you did have so much grounding work towards the beginning of the month that it created the stability for this to come in, okay? So it is really important that you do all of that grounding work. Okay, so then in October, your theme for October is, when I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force, of faith can set in. So I feel like you kind of ascend, right? And you are leveling up in your spirituality. And then there's this side of you that wants something materialistic, financial abundance. You want a new house, a new job, and that's okay. And you've set yourself up so beautifully by enhancing your spiritual practices and having your energy fully in alignment and coming to this with a holistic approach and being holistically aligned, that it sets you up and you're in such a beautiful energetic space during the month of October. Okay, so let's see what tarot comes out for you, Libra, in the month of October. Getting a lot of reversed cards. So you have, let's see, Moon energy, you've got Pluto. Okay. So you have Two of Swords reversed. Okay. So indecision, delay, seeing the truth, lies being exposed. This has to do with that financial, whatever you wanted, like that financial abundance, buying a house, whatever that is that you're going after. I don't want to say there's shadiness behind it, but you're there's some sort of bullshit that you smell, okay? Like, because you've, again, set this like grounding foundation that when you're moving forward and trying to get whatever this thing is that you desire, you're able to see it with such truth and such fullness that it makes your decision easier. Oftentimes when it's reversed, Two of Swords, you have I guess it's not that it's a negative card, but it feels like you can't make the decision. But right now with it being reversed, I'm feeling like you're seeing the truth of the situation, which is making your decision easy. You know what the right choice is in this matter. You need to follow that, okay? Easier said than done, I know. Let's see kind of where you're at, your energy and your feelings about that with one of the rose cards. What does Libra need to know for October? All right, so the first, so funny. Okay, so we have Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. So whatever this desire is that you have, right? Again, you're smelling the bullshit of whatever that person's, whatever the situation is. You're able to see that you're able to see like the lies surrounding it, right? This card has come in like everything's there in plain sight. Everyone should be able to see it, but they're not. You are able to because of all the grounding work that you've done in September, okay? I feel like September is creating this energy of clarity for you so that whatever it is that you desire in October, you have so much clarity that you're able to get it in a way that is way more easeful than forceful, okay? Which is interesting because it said a force of faith. I think what I just needed to, the force of faith is that when you come to this space where you're seeing the lies, the truth isn't hidden from you, the universe is allowing this force of faith to come through to you. It is a little bit of a test to see which way you go. Do you follow the truth? Do you follow the bullshit? What do you but I definitely feel that you are I see you propelled forward with this force that is beyond you. It's an energetic force from the universe that is just pushing you into this belief that you have, this understanding that you have because of the grounding in September, okay? Okay, now, because of all of this, right, there's some decision, whatever, you're smelling out all this stuff. When all of that kind of cools off, comes to an end, whatever, you have whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artistic or artist, writer, channel. I feel like you are stepping into such a beautiful energy because you've been able to see what has been hidden in this situation, that it has created, it's almost like this little, I don't know, a seed or a light bulb in the back of your head, and it just turns on, it grows immensely in the month of October because you've created this space by acknowledging the truth and seeing what's been hidden. It breeds this creative energy for you. That's, again, I keep getting this like propelling forward, like this image of just being forced forward, which is so beautiful. And that's the energy that you're going to be getting in October, is you're feeling forced in a particular direction. And it's definitely source, energetic, the universe, energetic source, spirit guides, angels, whatever that is. But you're definitely being pushed that way, pulled, however you want to say it. All right, let's get more. Let's do the shaman cards for the month of October. What does Libra need to know? One more. I want to get more on this kind of creative energy and how it's going to serve you. Need one card, please. Okay, so yes. All right, so you have Me Talks, which is all about sustaining the mind, body, and spirit alignment, right? Taking this holistic approach. Definitely because you've seen what's been hidden and, you have within this choice, whatever is happening. Afterwards, or during and afterwards, you need to focus on this alignment because you don't want to lose your grounding foundation, and you will keep that intact by keeping up your spiritual practices, right? And developing those habits of ensuring that you have this alignment as often as possible. Obviously, we can't live in it 24/7, but when we are in it, that energy does feel really good. And I feel like you're going to be needing that energy in the coming months, okay? When you're able to sustain that energy, not sustain it like all the time, like I just said, but sustain it where you have it periodically, habitually, if that's making sense. So many of these light bulb moments and these thoughts and ideas are going to connect, and you're going to see how all of this that you've been going through is leading up to this decision, this thing that you're trying to grow, okay? This like light bulb moment in the back of your head. It's also putting you into this power where you're kind of above the fray. You have this eagle eye where you've had this experience where you're able to kind of read out the bullshit, right? You're able to see the lies and see the truth. And you have this eagle eye perspective during the month of October. And I feel like that is going to serve you well in the months to come, is being able to see things for as they truly are, seeing people for as they truly are. I don't know what's coming in November, December, but I do feel like this is preparing you for an evaluation. Evaluating the people in your life, the habits in your life, the behaviors, your lifestyle, the things that you do on the daily, evaluating what serves you and what doesn't, what makes you feel good and what makes you feel like crap, okay? I have no doubt that that's coming for you in the future. Again, whether it's November or December, we shall see what the cards hold. Okay, so moving on to November. When I merge my desire with faith, I take action from a place of peace rather than control. And I think this is so essential, again, for you being able to have that perspective and that eagle eye perspective, because then you're able to move forward from that place of peace and not control, right? Again, I'm hearing the grounding, the mind, body, spirit. Don't forget about those. I feel like that is very important for you for these next 4 months. Okay, let's see what tarot wants to come out for Libra in the month of November. Okay, so got Aries energy. You have the 3 of Wands. So traveling, moving, forward planning, moving forward, right? I can take action, moving forward. Again, that image of being propelled forward. I feel like everything's kind of building up. That big decision and being able to see that eagle eye view is preparing you for November. Okay, I've got to get into it. I get so excited. I want to see what the rose cards have to say about this. I definitely feel like you're happy with the outcome. I feel like you're very proud of what's happened in October and your ability to have that eagle eye view, okay? Oh, I love this. Okay, come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. Desires is definitely a theme. I feel propelled to say that it is okay for you to be a spiritual being and also want material abundance. That's the world we live in. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And so I feel like in the month of November, you need to give yourself permission to go after what you desire. I feel like you kind of go through this experience in October and you're kind of sitting in this energy that's, it's not down, it's not doubting, but it's just kind of like you're a little unsure, right? And so give yourself permission to, again, like move forward after whatever it is that you desire, okay? You also have the second bloom, second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. This is perfect. I feel like this is the energy you need to embody when you go through that unsureness, is that it's never too late to try something again. It's never too late to have an experience, to go after your desire, go after something that you've been wanting, okay? I feel like November is totally the permission energy to just go for it, okay? When I merge my desire with faith, I take action from a place of peace and control. So when you can, again, I feel like this could be part of that two swords too, that idea of the spiritual life and the material life coming together and melding. When those merge, right? That is when you can get what you desire from a place of love and peace and freedom, and not lack, desperation, and control. Love that for you. I feel like that's very solid. You also have Aries here, so I feel like that, again, taking that action, you're going to feel this kind of force take over and kind of propel you. Again, I keep getting this image of just being propelled forward, which I think is so beautiful for you. Okay, let's see. What does Libra have for the month of November? There's definitely, because of all the work you've done, there's a level of self-confidence that comes in November that I think is going to help you to take action on whatever this desire is. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. So you're moving forward, right? You have mindful groupthink. This card comes up, it's telling me that like there's a lot going on in your life. Energy is very high. Life is colorful, positive. You feel limitless. There's opportunities, abundance, right? I feel like all of this starts to pour in November. And then you're kind of spent. I feel like because there's so much abundance coming in, that maybe you let your spiritual practices kind of drift away to the wayside a little bit. And so your well becomes a little depleted. And so you need to replenish that. And I'm not surprised that the next card you have is Garden of Eden, rest and renewal. I feel like after things get kind of busy, it's not that you need to slow things down. It's that you need to, again, evaluate your spiritual practices and start to implement them again. I don't get this sense that like you're gonna be so exhausted that you need to nap or anything like that, but it's that your spiritual well is depleted. So energetically, you're not showing up the way that you want to and the way that is required to sustain this. Okay, like both of these cards are very beautiful in their own way. And I feel like you're gonna get to this point where you need to tend to your garden being your spirituality and your habits. And so towards the end of November, mid to end November, really start making this a priority again, okay? I feel like you're gonna kind of have this moment where you're like, oh my gosh, that is your indicator that it's time to kind of up the spirituality, okay? I hope you understand what I mean by spirituality. I feel like that's such a vague, broad term because it's so different for everybody. Everyone's spirituality is just so different. So whatever that looks like for you, okay? Yes, I love this. Okay, so then in December, appreciation. Dissolve all blocks to the present of my super attractor power, okay? So I feel like after you're able to reinstate your spiritual practices again, there's so much appreciation just to source, to spirit guides, whatever, that so many of your blocks just start to dissolve, right? And then you're able to really bring in this energy that's going to, again, propel you forward. I don't know why I keep just seeing this image of you being propelled forward. Okay, let's see what Tarot has for this card for Libra in the month of December. This energy does, like the overall energy, I don't want to say that it feels, I need one card there, feels mellow, but it definitely feels sustainable. Is that the word I'm looking for? It just feels straight. Like there's none of this like up and down or like, I feel like it's going to be kind of calm waters. That's a better way of putting it. Okay, what does Libra need to know for the month of December? Ten of Pentacles, baby. Yeah. Okay. So I definitely feel, we talked about appreciation in the month of December. We all know that appreciation, gratitude is what brings in abundance, right? I do feel like this is something that is a little karmic, like all of the work that you've been doing is coming into you now, and it's culminating into a way that is an abundance for you, a financial abundance, okay? I don't know if there's something about this very calm energy, so that like steadiness that I was talking about before, it just feels very calm, very sure, steady, and then there's all this like excitement here in December. I feel like something big is happening in December. I don't know if it's a new job or there's some sort of abundance that is coming in. For some of you, I feel like it's family. Like I just got this image of like the Pentacles being family members around you and feeling extreme amount of love and happiness and feeling rich in your relationships. Okay, so that could be for some of you. Let's pull some rose cards for Libra in the month of December. Ooh. Okay. We've got our two, so let's go. So we have sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. Okay, same theme. So this rest and renewal that is happening in November is going to trickle into December, okay? I think that you're needing to prepare for whatever this big energy is that's coming in December. And so December is a good time for just self-care, self-reflection, having those grounding techniques coming back and keeping those going so that you're, aligned, mind, body, spirit, all that stuff. Okay, so we also have the thorn. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. Typically, I feel like this is with a person, but for you, I feel like it's actually like you yourself creating boundaries in your life so that you can keep your spirituality going, that you can keep your spiritual practices habitual. And I feel like you need to have a clear understanding and communication with yourself as to what that is, what that looks like, right? Your daily habits that help to keep your energy feeling good and your energy feeling aligned. I also feel like there's a level of protection that comes surrounding your spirituality. I always say this, your spirituality is no one else's business. It's yours. It's something that's sacred. You do not have to share it with anybody else, but it's something that when you truly understand it, you grow so immensely as a person that you're unstoppable. You're self-confident, you're self-assured, you bring in more abundance, you bring in more joy and happiness. Granted, you're not like that all day, every day, but you bring more of that energy because when you're self-assured, because you have self-understanding, it's a beautiful thing. And so I think, again, I went back to the Pentacle cards. For those of you that have family coming in, there's something around protecting you. I feel like there's maybe a family member that you don't feel aligned with, that you could never talk with about spiritual stuff. You could never talk about your spirituality with this person. And it's okay to have that protective coat on, right? You can still love that person and not have a deep relationship with them. Family is such a tricky thing, but for some of you, that came in very strongly when I looked at the Pentacles. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's pull out the Shaman for Libra. Okay, what does Libra need to know for the month of December? Okay. When the Ten of Pentacles comes in, okay, and you have that energy that's really high vibes and exciting, and it just feels like this. Everything's just, all the molecules, all the energy is just, okay? After the initial shock wears off, you are going to feel very lost in your direction. I think there's going to be a little bit of confusion that comes in, which again is why this self-work is so important, because when you get to this energy, the way out of it is self-reflection and being able to make decisions from a place that is aligned with you and your mind, body, spirit, right? All of that's in alignment so that you can make the choices. I feel like what comes in, it feels positive, but it just leaves you kind of like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? And you are going to be asked to initiate something, to cross over into something, in the sense of, I do feel like with whatever comes in December, you are being asked to move forward with it and take the lead in something, kind of take the reins of something. And it's a little scary for you, but you're capable of doing it. Like, it makes you feel, it's not really fear, but it makes you uneasy. But I know you can do it. Like, it feels very solid, especially with all of this work that you've been doing, okay? The way that you can get through it with the most ease is to just show up authentically. We talked about this, right? When you understand who you are on a deep level, you can bring your authentic self. And being authentic doesn't necessarily mean sharing every truth. You know, we talked about not sharing your spirituality. That's okay. You can not share your spirituality and still show up authentically. I do feel like whatever this thing happens, this is super important. I feel like this is kind of a karmic lesson for you. And I feel like this experience of you showing up authentically is going to trickle into the coming years, not just the next year, but like the next years. For some of you, I feel like this could definitely be a job, like a job coming in, and you've got to show your true colors in the beginning so that it like paves the way for your career path in the next couple of years, right? For those of you that this has to do with family members and you're needing to like take this initiation, you showing up authentically almost helps bridge, right? There's this bridge this gap between family members, which is important too. I feel like those are very specific coming in. Okay, for some reason, okay, so let's end. Where's your card? I want to just end by saying these again to you, okay? So September, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me, okay? Then October, when I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in, okay? Beautiful. When I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And then appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. I love that so much. And I do feel like this, I didn't mention this, but the 10 of Pentacles is something you have been asking for. Remember, we talked about having that desire that really started in October, but then kind of you gain like clarity on it in November, and now it comes in December. I wonder, I just got like this manifestation vibe. How many of you are practicing manifestation techniques and tools and habits and whatnot? Tell me in the comments. I'm interested to know, because I just got that vibe very strong. Libras, I love you so much. Please check out the 4-month readings for all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That way you get a better, clear picture. If there are any reoccurring themes, you know to pay attention to those. And please like and subscribe. If you want to be notified when I've uploaded new content, just click that little bell and you will be notified. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.